This one is Mr. Jeremy Fisher. Once upon a time, there was a frog named Mr. Jeremy Fisher. He lived in a little damp house among the buttercups at the edge of a pond. The water was all slippery, sloppy in his kitchen and by his back door. But Mr. Jeremy liked getting his feet wet. Nobody ever scolded him, and he never caught a cold. He was quite pleased one day when he looked out and saw large drops of rain splashing in the pond. Mr. Jeremy Fisher said, "I will go fishing and catch a dish of minnows for my dinner. If I catch more than 5 fish, I will invite Mr. Alderman Tomoli Tortoise and Sir Isaac Newton to dine with me. Mr. Tortoise, however, eats only salad." Mr. Jeremy put on a raincoat and overshoes. He took his fishing rod and basket and set off for his boat. The boat, tied to a water plant in the pond, was round and green and very much like the other lily pads. Using a twig pole, Mr. Jeremy pushed the lily pad boat out into open water. "I know a place for minnows," he said. Mr. Jeremy stuck his pole into the muddy bottom of the pond and fastened his boat to it. Then he settled himself and arranged his fishing tackle. He had the dearest little red bobber. His rod was a tough stalk of grass. His fishing line was a long strand of horsehair. He hooked a little wiggly worm at the end. The rain trickled down his back, and for nearly an hour he stared at the bobber. "This is getting tiresome," said Mr. Jeremy Fisher. "I think I would like some lunch." He pushed his boat back among the water grasses at the edge of the pond. "I will eat a butterfly sandwich and wait until the shower is over." Just then a water beetle swam under the boat and tweaked Mr. Jeremy's toe. Mr. Jeremy crossed his legs out of reach and went on eating his butterfly sandwich. Something moved around the pond's edge with a splash. "I certainly hope that is not a rat," said Mr. Jeremy. "I had better get away from here." Mr. Jeremy shoved the boat from shore and dropped in his fishing line. There was a bite! "A minnow! A minnow! Yay!" cried Mr. Jeremy Fisher, pulling up his rod. But what a surprise! Instead of a smooth, fat minnow, he had caught a huge fish covered with sharp spines. The big fish flapped about, sticking Mr. Jeremy. "See that big fish?" After the big spiny fish finished flopping around, it jumped back into the water. A school of minnows laughed at Mr. Jeremy Fisher, who was sat sadly on the edge of the lily pad, sucking his sore fingers and peering into the water. Suddenly, a much worse thing happened. It would have been really frightful if Mr. Jeremy had not been wearing his raincoat. An enormous trout jumped, kerflop, with a splash. It seized Mr. Jeremy with a snap. "Oh no!" Mr. Jeremy cried, "Ow, ow, 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 ow!" The trout turned and dove to the bottom of the pond. But the trout didn't like the taste of the raincoat. In less than half a minute, it spit Mr. Jeremy out. The only thing it swallowed were Mr. Jeremy's rubber overshoes. Mr. Jeremy bobbed up to the surface of the water like a cork. He swam with all his might to the edge of the pond. He scrambled out of the water and hopped home across the meadow with his raincoat in tatters. Mr. Jeremy cried, "What a mercy! There was not an even bigger fish. I have lost my rod and basket, but it does not much matter. I am sure I will never dare to go fishing again." That evening he bandaged his fingers and invited his friends to dinner. He could not offer them fish, but he had something else in the pantry. Oops. His guests soon arrived. Sir Isaac Newton wore his black and gold waistcoat. Mr. Alderman Tortoise brought a salad with him in a string bag. Instead of a nice dish of minnows, Mr. Jeremy served Mr. Tortoise and Mr. Sir Isaac Newton a roasted grasshopper with ladybug sauce for dinner. Frogs considered it a beautiful treat, but I think it would have been just awful. The end.